I am a star being living in a human form, much like numerous other star beings. The journey to comprehend my true identity and learn why I have chosen to be here on Earth has taken me many years. I've been going through the same hardships and challenges as all of you, being a subject to the same manipulation which the mainstream media and mainstream education system call cynically information and the truth. Allow me now to help you, to guide you through the web of disinformation that was being imprinted into you using various mind control techniques. It took me long years to assemble the picture that I'm about to share. You've been told that Nazi's Third Reich collapsed in 1945, but that fact is only partially true. Whereas the Nazis were defeated in Europe, they endured in another part of the world where they built a massive underground system, even assembly line, and all in secret. Yes, it's Antarctica. Moreover, they've been lured there by someone or something. Most of you have heard by now about reptilians, but many of you listeners still doubt and question whether it's all the truth or just a hoax. Well, the fact alone that you are doubting it is yet another confirmation about their existence. They do every effort to stay hidden and manipulate the masses into believing that we have not yet encountered extraterrestrial form of life. Yet the opposite is true. Extraterrestrials have been interfering into human affairs as long as the history of our species goes. Actually, our very own species began thanks to extraterrestrials. The reptilians rolled Nazis into Antarctica just like the Nazis. Also, the reptilians believe in an absolute racial dominance of superior species over the less evolved ones. The very racial ideas of Nazis have been even planted into them by the reptilians to have them act in such a cruel, racial, domineering manner and consequently decrease their frequencies. The reptilians are, however, not alone. They control other species, such as the Greys, who, once upon a time, were pretty much like us. Today, they are emotionless tools with no ability to reproduce, desperately trying to fix their sad fate, and the reptilians have very similar intentions with our species. Humans learned about the Nazi stronghold in Antarctica, and they set sail with a fleet from the US, codenamed Operation High Jump. The reptilians have already given the Nazis anti-gravity technology, which they used to destroy the US fleet, leaving only few alive to tell the tale. Human leaders in the US failed to see the danger of interacting with the reptilians and where such an interaction will lead in time. And based on the technological supremacy of the reptilians and their Nazi slaves, the US leaders started trading with the reptilians. They allowed the people abductions, the cow abductions, the vast underground facilities to be constructed, and much, much, much more, while, of course, aggressively covering all traces of this happening and all traces of the extraterrestrial involvement and interference. Slowly but surely, the mainstream media turned into the clown show, showing CGI images and selling them as facts. Today, we have a conflict in the East, but that conflict isn't what it seems to be. It's not a war of the you country versus the R country. It's the war of humans versus not only reptilians, but also secret human organization that we call Deep State or New World Order. Reptilians and the Deep State are not allies. They've been rather trying to use one another, but they are both with very sinister plans for the human population. The military conflict in the East is the war of humans versus the parties actively working on enslaving the human race. The U country has more dark secrets than any one of us knows, but I can tell you that it has been a hub for trafficking with little ones who have been used by the reptilians and as well as the Deep State for many unspeakable purposes. The European and US elite are directly involved. They have all been cornered now, and they will use everybody who still doesn't understand what is going on to try to reverse the course of situation. The reptilians and the Deep State started losing the hold of this planet. Now they are cornered, and soon they will be exposed. They thus started making many mistakes, and thus their days are already numbered. However, before we, together humans, get to the beautiful ending where the reptilians and the Deep State are totally defeated, totally exposed, brought to justice, and the rest expelled, they will fight to their bitter end, trying to destroy everything and everyone they can touch or get a hold of. Just like the Nazis did when they were losing the war, even Paris was ordered to be destroyed. It wasn't, because there were still good people, even in Nazi organization. And now, the days of the reptilians and the Deep State are numbered. And again, they will try to destroy not only Paris, but the whole planet. Yet, there are still many good people, even in their ranks.